Remember when Kylie Jenner was crowned the world's youngest self-made billionaire? That whole thing later turned into a complete mess. But you probably already knew that. Also, one of Kylie Jenner's biggest business problems started with a single word, Kylie, which sounds insane when you really think about it. But the deeper you look into her business empire, the more situations like that start showing up. And the more successful the brand became, the messier some of the situations around it got. We'll get into it all. At one point, a non-profit organization accused factories connected to the Kylie clothing line of withholding pay from workers after they had already completed their jobs. The claims spread quickly online, and fans started criticizing the Jenners heavily, demanding workers be paid properly. The company later responded by saying the Kendall plus Kylie brand was not actually owned by the manufacturing group being accused. But by then, the criticism was already everywhere across social media. Then, there were the accusations that Kylie's brands copied other people's work. In 2016, makeup artist Vlada Haggerty accused Kylie Cosmetics of copying her signature dripping lips artwork style, plus another of her visual concepts which she also publicly flagged. Fans quickly noticed the similarities online, comparing Vlada's original posts to Kylie's product promotions side by side, and honestly, they did look very similar. The situation gained so much attention that people started accusing Kylie's brand of profiting from smaller artists without crediting them. Eventually, Kylie credited Vlada publicly, and reports later claimed a private settlement was reached behind the scenes. Not long after that, British artist Sarah Pope also filed a lawsuit connected to Kylie's Life of Kylie show. Pope claimed the neon lips used in promotions for the series looked extremely close to her famous artwork called Temptation Neon. Kylie's side reportedly argued that a third-party designer created the graphics, but once again, her brand found itself in another copying controversy. There was the t-shirt controversy, and this one went badly almost immediately. Back in June 2017, Kylie and Kendall started selling vintage-style band shirts for around $125. They weren't just using famous musicians on the shirts. They had placed their own images over legendary artists like Tupac, Biggie, Pink Floyd, Metallica, The Doors, and others. People did not like that. Fans accused the sisters of turning music legends into fashion accessories, but the backlash became much bigger when people connected to those artists started speaking out too. Biggie's mother publicly showed her anger and questioned why the sisters thought it was okay to profit from the images without reaching out first. Sharon Osbourne, whose husband Ozzy Osbourne was one of the musicians featured on the shirts, reacted strongly, saying the sisters had no right to use those images and should stick to what they actually know. Her daughter Kelly Osbourne also joined in, publicly mocking the situation online. Even Paris Jackson weighed in, arguing that legendary bands and artists should be respected rather than turned into fashion statements. At that point, what started as a clothing release had turned into a blown PR disaster. Eventually, Kylie and Kendall apologized, admitted the designs were not properly thought through, pulled the shirts from sale, and the collection disappeared almost as quickly as it launched. One of the biggest moments came in 2020, when Forbes basically turned on her overnight. For a long time, Kylie had been celebrated as the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Forbes magazine had her on covers, business magazines praised her success, and people constantly talked about how quickly she built Kylie Cosmetics into a massive brand. But the internet exploded. Some people immediately started mocking the whole self-made billionaire label, especially because Kylie already came from one of the most famous and wealthy families in the world. Others defended her, saying regardless of her background, she still built a hugely successful business. Even Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton publicly defended Kylie and insisted her success was real. Then Forbes released a bombshell report accusing Kylie's team of exaggerating the company's numbers. According to the magazine, documents provided by Kylie's camp made the business appear much bigger and more profitable than it actually was. Forbes even suggested that tax returns may have been altered to help support the billionaire narrative. Kylie herself was furious. She responded online saying Forbes was publishing inaccurate statements and claimed she never lied about her wealth in the first place. Her lawyer even demanded a retraction. But by then, the damage was already done. The same billionaire title that helped boost her image had suddenly become one of the most embarrassing controversies attached to her name. And weirdly enough, that wasn't even her strangest legal fight. Back in 2015, Jenner tried to trademark the name for branding and advertising related to her businesses, but another global celebrity already had a pretty strong claim to it: Australian singer Kylie Minogue. Minogue's legal team argued that she had been professionally known as Kylie for decades before Jenner became famous. But the part that really grabbed attention was when the filing reportedly described Jenner as a secondary reality television personality, whose image could damage the reputation associated with the name. That line went viral. People online couldn't believe Kylie Jenner was basically being told she wasn't the main Kylie. The case dragged on for years, and eventually Kylie Minogue won the trademark battle, stopping Jenner from fully owning the name for those business uses. More recently, Kylie found herself tied to another ongoing legal mess, this time involving two former housekeepers. In April 2026, Angelica Hernandez Vasquez filed a lawsuit claiming she experienced discrimination and harsh treatment while working in Kylie's homes. According to the lawsuit, she was allegedly mocked over her accent, religion, and immigration status, while also being assigned difficult tasks and later retaliated against after complaining. Then just days later, another former housekeeper, Juana Delgado Soto, filed a separate lawsuit with even more allegations. Soto claimed the work environment became extremely toxic under certain supervisors, saying workers were denied proper breaks and constantly mistreated. But the detail that really got attention online was her claim that she secretly slipped a note onto Kylie's massage bed asking for help. According to the lawsuit, things only got worse afterward, with Soto claiming she was later warned not to look at, smile at, or speak to Kylie directly anymore. Now, to be clear, Kylie herself was not accused of personally harassing the workers. Most of the allegations were aimed at supervisors and management connected to the households. But because it all allegedly happened around Kylie's homes and businesses, and the lawsuits are still ongoing, her name immediately became attached to another major controversy.